The Gina and Maddie podcast.
And the only person we talk tech to is Trevor Long from EFTM.com and the Today Show. Morning, Trev.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Mate,
Trev.
I know G wants to talk to you about this new software that scans your phone for scams, but just quickly, a lot of English Premier League fans here on the coast want to know how they can get around their sport these days, and I think there's a change coming very soon.
That's right. It was 9 years ago that Optus announced this new thing called Optus Sport. They nabbed the rights to the English Premier League away from Foxtel. Well, Optus Sport is shutting down at the end of this month, and that means that the next English Premier League season won't be on Optus Sport. Instead, they've done a deal with Stan Sport. So basically, Optus Sport will shut down. English Premier League will be available on Stan Sport. If you weren't an Optus customer, you simply need to become a Stan Sport customer. If you are a continued Optus customer, there are apparently some discounts being offered to get into Stan Sport, so worth checking that out. But a whole new way to view the English Premier League from next month. And it really does place kind of Stan Sport with it's got tennis, you've got IndyCar, you've got rugby, there's a lot on there. Places them pretty side by side with KO and Foxtel in the battle for future rights on a lot of different sports.
Yeah, they're building their library. So does that? So Optus Sport gone now? Doesn't exist.
Gone. Yep, it's RIP at the end of this month. It'll just not exist anymore. Look, Optus have got a new CEO, Stephen Roos, a top bloke, and he's just gone, we just need to be a telco. What are we doing all this for? So focusing on core business, basically.
Oh, pretty sad for all the people that worked on Optus Sport, I guess, as well. So, there's those people who are losing their jobs as well there. Shout out to them. Trev, just quickly as well, I know Gina wants to talk to you. You fly a lot. I've got to fly to Brisbane today, mate, out of Sydney Airport. What do you reckon the chances are of me flying out on time?
Pretty low. Pretty darn low.
Oh, awesome. Cool. I thought you might come with some positivity. Okay, over to you, Jeffries.
Trev,
I drive.
Oh, you could row a boat maybe, Maddie. Get your canoe out. What I'm curious about, Trev, is the new software that scans your phone for potential scams. Because I get lots of calls where it'll say warning potential scam on it, or ones that call you don't know the number and they don't leave a message. And I think to myself, don't call them back. That's dodge.
So this is new software from Trend Micro. It's updated software, actually. Their Scam Check software now has a new scam scanner. So basically, this software sits on your phone, and we're talking about phones here, Android and Apple, and it scans your phone for any issues. So it might keep an eye out for identity fraud on video calls. It might look for text messages that are fraudulent. It'll scan all the activities on your phone to make sure that you're being made aware of anything that looks suspicious, because that's what most people need, is just a tap on the shoulder, say, hey, maybe don't tap that link. Maybe don't reply to that message. And that's what Trend Micro Scam Check does. So a worthy investment for your smartphone.
So it's like an app that you get, or you have to, how do you get it? What do you do?
That's right. It's just an app called Trend Micro Scam Check. It's a subscription because it's working to keep you safe.
Trend Micro Scam Check. I'm just writing that down because I want to get it. Got it.
That's exactly what you should be doing this afternoon. Matty can do that while he's waiting at the airport.
So, Trev, please don't. God, oh my Lord. Okay, thank you very much, Trevor Long. And if you did miss or any of that, make sure you go to EFTM.com. You'll get all the info there. Same time, same bat channel, same bat whatever. Next week, Trevor Long. We'll chat to you then.
Gina and Maddie.
And we are very lucky to be joined in the studio this morning by Gagik the Clown and Sky the Singer. Morning, team.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. We're so excited. So you guys have rocked up in town and the show starts in a few days.
It does. We're starting on Saturday.
Oh, my God. We are super excited. What a great thing to do on the holidays. Gagik, a real quick question for you. Where are you from?
I'm from Armenia.
Oh, I love your accent.
Yes.
So how long have you been in the circus?
31 years I working in circus.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So this is everything you've done your whole life?
Yeah.
And are you always trying to be funny? Or is that, because you're a clown, are you always looking for jokes and trying to be the funny one? Or that's work?
Yes.
No, you should have seen him cracking jokes just walking in here.
Really?
Yes.
The two of them rocked up in a really small car and just so many people just kept getting out of it. It was unbelievable. No, guys, this isn't just your regular circus. We're talking like the Great Moscow Circus Extreme. So if there's people listening, they're like, what makes the Great Moscow Circus so great? What sets you guys apart?
Well, let me tell you that.
Go for it, Sky. Come on. Hit us.
Well, there really is things that you just don't see in a normal circus. I don't want to give too much away either, but it is actually so extreme. You sit there and watch and you're like, this is not actually possible.
Really?
Like, I've only been there for a month and I sit there and watch these people. I'm like, this is not real. Like, how are they doing this every night?
Like air acrobatics and things like that?
Yeah,
Is that what you
there's
mean?
acrobatics, there is motorbikes. There's just so much that I'm like, that's not even possible.
Really?
Yeah.
And so, Sky, how did you get into the circus? And were you ever expecting that this might be something you would do? Because you're a
ran
singer.
away.
Yes.
You ran away, didn't you, Sky?
I
You ran away
really
and joined
did.
the circus.
I did. I'm just a performer, usually just doing every other gig, and this one just popped up out of nowhere. I was like, oh, maybe I should just do it.
Give it a go.
Why not? What else am I going to do? When else am I going to do something
And
like
you've only
this?
been there for a month.
Only a month.
So how many have you done so far?
How many shows? Oh,
Yeah.
about 6 a week. So yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So as a singer,
Yes.
I'm a singer too. What does that mean you have to do? You come out and sing.
Yeah, I'm doing 4 songs a night, so I'm just making sure I take care of my vocal health through
Yeah.
winter and things like that.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just so much fun.
So while you're singing, is there other stuff happening behind you?
Yeah, well, we have like an opening number and everyone comes out, so I'll sing that as like the ring mistress and everyone's behind. And then there's moments where we'll have like some silk artists going and I'll sing a ballad while she's doing her routine.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Could you sing like a tiny little bit of something for us? Just a
She says
cappella?
she's looking after her vocal health. We put you on the spot
It's
live
okay.
on the radio. No,
Just
yeah.
a little
Hey,
bit of... Hang on.
I saw on your Instagram that you do a bit of Robbie Williams, Let Me Entertain You. Is
oh
that
my
one
goodness,
of your
have you been
favourites?
following me on Instagram? How dare?
I am one of the best Graham stalkers there is in the world, Sky.
Yeah, we do. Robbie Williams, Let Me Entertain You.
Can you just like a tiny bit of it for us?
Let me entertain you, entertain you.
Amazing. Incredible. And Gaggy, your role as a clown isn't the traditional clown that people think of, is it? You are there, and it's not so much cakes in the face, is it?
Yes, first time I working clown, yes, but after I take makeup Charlie Chaplin. I working same Charlie Chaplin.
Like how
Yes,
Charlie Chaplin does?
yes.
Oh, wow. That's kind of what you based your style on? Is that
Yeah,
what you mean?
yeah.
So what do you wear? What's a normal costume for you?
This costume I take many time. I working 29 year because
Wow.
2 year I working this is clone, same clone, yes.
Yes.
After I take clone, this is makeup Charlie Chaplin. I coming in circus in theater. Before circus I working in theater. I am artist in theater.
In theatres,
Yes,
yeah.
many time I working in theater. This Armenian
Right.
yes, theater.
What a
Yes.
fascinating
After I
life.
come circus working, this is good, nice. I like circus because for children, for
Yeah.
for people, this is very nice. For me, circus very good, very nice. I like.
Oh, it's so good. There is so much negativity and just meh in the world at the moment. To be able to escape and go and watch something that is just pure escapism and pure joy and pure thrill as well is just perfect. So you guys are going to be next to the Erina Leagues Club from July 4 to 20. It is really the greatest show on earth. It is the Great Moscow Circus Extreme. Make sure you get yourself around it. Get your tickets from thegreatmoscowcircus.com.au. Sky, Gaggett, we're so thankful that you could come in this morning, and we really hope you enjoy your stay here on the coast, entertaining all of us coasties, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Gina and Maddie.
Today is my beautiful mum's birthday, and my friend Kylie, hello, who's listening right now, just told me something. She said, if you think you're going to cry, just think last time she went to that bougie restaurant that we took mum to on Sunday, at Trinity, she couldn't use the chopsticks and flipped some sashimi on the floor in front of one of the waiters. So she said, just maybe think about that.
great. Awesome.
So today is Nola Hillenberg's birthday. My mum, Nola, is the most beautiful human you could ever meet on this entire planet. She raised my brother Jeff and I to believe we could do anything if we tried. She used to read us that book, The Little Engine That Could. our little, I think I can, when we were little. And she used to say, you can do anything if you try. She's the reason I thought it was possible to take off and try and become a country music singer. I never doubted myself because of how Mum and Dad raised us, just beautiful people. Mum ran a couple of businesses. She was a hairdresser, but I grew up in Toowoomba in Queensland, and Mum had a couple of the biggest salons in Toowoomba and, hugely busy. And somehow running those businesses, she also every Sunday had all the rellies over, all the oldies over. So we'd have Nana and Da and Nana and Pa and all the old uncles and aunties, and she'd put together this massive roast meal with all the I don't know if you remember your parents or your grandparents doing this, Maddie, where there'd be rice pudding, rhubarb, custard and jelly and all the trimmings with those traditional old roast meals that we used to do every Sunday. And that's kind of that tradition seems to be gone, unfortunately, but we love that about her. But I swear my mum never took time for herself. I don't remember her once having a facial or getting her nails done, only for my wedding. And I got married 112 years ago. So that's the only time I can remember Mum coming with me, because she was just too busy looking after everybody. Fiercely protective. Oh, boy, you don't want to get on the wrong side of my mum, who's the gentlest person in the world. But she's fiercely protective and the greatest, biggest love you can imagine. Mum and Dad still hold hands wherever they walk, and Mum still looks at Dad and says to me, isn't he just the most handsome man you've ever seen? And my dad will go, look at your mother, isn't she beautiful? Still. And I'm not allowed to tell you that they're in the 80s, because my mum is one of those women.
We're live, damn.
Ever since I can remember, Mum she would say, a lady doesn't say her age, and you don't ask a lady how old she is. And she said that to us her whole life. So we never actually knew how old Mum really was. But they're getting towards the golden department. She's just, look, this is the bit that's not great. 5 years ago, Mum was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she's putting up a really, really good fight. She's a fighter. But you know what makes Mum feel the best? When you see Mum, because she's quite unwell with it, and the drugs really knock her around, and she's not herself. Mum used to be, the quick get dinner cooked in 5 minutes, and run around and do everything for everybody, and the drugs that Mum's on for the breast cancer have kind of really knocked her around, and so she's not how she was. But the best way to make my mum feel better is to tell her you're feeling sick. She loves to look after people. She goes into this fierce tiger mum protector, and she shows up at our house. And what can I do? Can I cook? Can I do washing? And that's really hard for Mum to do that. But she's that person that just, when anything's wrong with us, that's where she really kicks into gear, even though we need to be taking care of her. She's the most beautiful person, inside and out, that I've ever met. She's the master nurturer and the person that taught me how to love, how to be a parent. I feel like I'm a good parent because Mum was mine, and Dad. So today, Mum, Nola Mary Hillenberg, on your birthday that nobody knows how old you actually are, have the most wonderful birthday and know that you are so, so loved. Love you, Mum. I'll see you soon. I'll bring you some cake.
Gina and Maddie.
I am meant to be, in a few hours, heading to Sydney Airport to jump on a bird and fly to Brisbane. And that's exactly what you want to be doing when there's this, what they're calling a bomb cyclone hovering off the east coast of Australia.
Don't worry, it's raining. At least it's windy as well.
It's gale force winds, torrential rain, hazardous surf, and I've just set up my alerts for my flight. I've got a feeling like I'm going to get to the airport and it's just going to be one of those last minute things. They wait to the last minute and go, delay, and there's nothing, I don't think. Destination is fun, but travelling sucks.
Oh, it does. All the waiting around. Normally just the waiting around. How many flights have been cancelled already, do you think?
I have got a message from a mate of mine who works in AM, and he sent me a message saying there's been there's been 10 flights cancelled and 7 delayed so far this morning out of Sydney, and so that's just going to back right up. If you got a story, we'd love to hear it. How long were you delayed? How long you stuck in the airport? Hi, Meg. You got a story for us?
Yeah, it's a bit of a horror story. There was a group of us that went over to Thailand for some Muay Thai training, and so it's the end of the trip after a very, very long and hard week of training, and our flight kept getting delayed. So we spent about 6 hours in the airport, and we ended up, sleeping on the floor and on the chairs wherever we could. And then as the night got on, they ended up cancelling the flight. So we're looking at about midnight.
Yeah.
They put us all on buses and transported us to some hotels nearby, but we're looking at about 2 o'clock in the morning by this stage, and we're all absolutely wrecked. Just want to get home. And some of our crew actually got put in hotel rooms with complete strangers.
Oh, that's the worst.
way.
I have heard of that happening, and you're getting bunked up with just...
Yep.
That is horrific. Daniel's in Chisholm. Hi, Dan. What do you got for us?
So I was on a family holiday probably about 6 years ago now, and we were coming back from LAX, and after 5 hours of flight, there was an engine problem, and it caught fire. They put it out, but they didn't tell anyone on the plane. But they didn't have enough fuel to drive or to continue to Sydney, so they actually had to turn around and go back to LAX. So after 10 hours of flight, right before we land, we get told we're coming in for an emergency landing. We're going to see the fire trucks and everything. We're going to be taken to a bunker and doused in, foam and all the rest of it. Then we'll be taken back to the airport. So this all did happen. By the time we actually got into the airport, in the line, we're at the end of the line, and they said, you've got a week before we can put you on. And they actually want to fly. I had 2 kids, like a baby, 6 months old, I think he was at the time, or 8 months. I had my daughter, who would have been about 3, and then my wife and myself, and they wanted to send us separately because they couldn't put us on. And I said, that's not happening. So I ended up booking my own flights to Hawaii, and then from Hawaii to Sydney. And they never reimbursed or anything. It was pretty horrid.
God.
Oh, Dan, that is horrific. You just go when you've got little ones that age, you just go into fight or flight mode, don't you? And clearly, you handled yourself okay in that situation, because I don't know how I would have gone.
Yeah, no, it was, well, as I said, like I said to them, are you seriously going to send an 8-month-old baby by themselves without a parent? Like, come on.
That is madness. Oh, my gosh. But I'll tell you what, it makes for a great story on the radio when someone says, hey, have you got a story for us about being delayed? Dan, really appreciate the call, mate, and thanks for listening, buddy.
No problem. Thank you.
Listen to Gina and Maddie weekday mornings from 5:30.
Live on the Star Player.